blend of grapes, right, Andrea?
Yes, it's a blend of grapes. Usually is dolcetto. Dolcetto is the varieties of traditional varieties of Piedmont, is the farmer wines because it's a very easy drinking, fresh, floral, fruity. Then Barbera. The Barbera is, if the Nebbiolo and the Barolo is the king of the wine for the Piedmont, the Barbera is the queen because it's very, very soft, harmony wine, great acidity, and then Nebbiolo. But not every year we make the same blend, depends to the vintage. In this case, in 2019, we have also a little touch of Freisa. The Freisa is another very typical varieties from Piedmont, very, very rustic and a little bit of animal varieties, but with a great touch of tannins and structure. Is fantastic for blended in the Langhe Rosso.
Also beautiful fruit in the Freisa. It's just the berryness and all that. Here, can you just tell us briefly what does Pinin? What does it mean? The name of the.
So, Pinin is a very funny history because Borgogno have 260 years of history. This is a recently history because 80 years ago, Borgogno decided to buy a very little piece of land in Barolo, very close from one of our most important cruise. Is called Liste. And this piece we buy from this guy is called Pinin in dialect. And the Pinin have this chabot. The chabot is a little house where Pinin lives and have this vineyard planted a little bit in Dolcetto, in Barbera, because many years ago, when one people have only one piece of land, planted all the varieties because don't have a risk during the harvest. No, is much easier to make a wine. And Pinin from this vineyard make only one wine and mix all the varieties. So we bought 80 years ago this vineyard. From this vineyard, we start to make our Langhe Rosso, and we continue this tradition. And we decide to put on the label the name of the old owner, so Pinin.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And I mean, if we taste this wine, it's really. How would you describe it? And what is it you want to show with this wine? What's the purpose? For me, this is just everyday wine that works with just basically everything from like charcuteries and cheese to pastime pizza, or just as it is on its own. I mean, how would you describe it?
So I describe it like this. It's a very, very elegant and fresh and body wine. It's also fantastic with the fish because it's not a wine with this great structure and rich in tannins. It's very, very soft, harmony in the bones. So if you put a little bit in the ice, you can also serve it with the fish. So it's amazing. And the touch of the Freisa, this fruity strawberry you can find in the bouquet is very, very impressive because it's the bouquet speaking.
Definitely. It's almost a little bit floral too, like red flowers, and then it's really beautiful. How would you serve it? Now, mine is slightly cooler. It's around 16, maybe something like that. How would you serve it?
Yes, so I have a pathology. I serve all my wine very, very, very low temperature because I like to drink the wine fresh. So also the Barolo, usually I put in the glass at 14 and I attend sometimes to arrive perfect at 16. You can drink in a very, very new way and fresh way. But this is perfect for every occasion, depends what you eat, and from what you eat, you can decide the temperature of the service.
I totally agree. Before we go into next wine, could you just briefly describe Langhe,
Langhe.
Apart from Piemonte and Barolo? What is Langhe in that sense?
So we can start from Italy. No, you can look the map of Italy. Italy is very, very big. On the northwest, you can look Piemonte. And from Piemonte is also possible make a wine with the denomination Piemonte. And this is say all the grape arrive from this region take the Piemonte denomination. Then, if you go in the south of Piedmont, in the hills of Barolo, Barbaresco, Roero, and other, take the name Langhe. Langhe is like the name of the region, so the little region inside a bigger region. Yes. And all the wine and the grape and the traditional varieties like Dolcetto, Barbera, Nebbiolo, you can put the denomination if you make separately Langhe Dolcetto, Langhe Barbera, Langhe Nebbiolo. If you mix it, become Langhe Rosso. And this is the region Langhe.